If you want to start a videography or photography business in 2026, it can often feel like people are already miles ahead of you. Better gear, better clients, better resources. The truth is, the barrier isn't gear anymore, it's clarity. People don't often turn their skills into a real business. Now, it can be scary to start a business, first of all. It takes a lot of self-belief, and sometimes you might be in a position where you're thinking of leaving your full-time job, you're thinking of leaving that secure paycheck and going towards getting paid day to day. So in this video, I'm going to go through the exact steps from going from photography/videography is my hobby to I run a successful videography/photography company in 2026. We'll cover choosing a direction, setting up the business side, building a portfolio that sells, and how to actually get paying clients. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom. I am a photographer from the UK. On this channel, we explore strategies and tools to help you grow your photography business in a way that works for you. So controversially, step one is not buying new gear. It is deciding who you actually want to serve. You need to pick a lane and then a demographic from that lane. So for example, your lane would be weddings, brands and small businesses, corporate, products, creators, events, etc. You can pivot later, but you do need a starting point. Within that lane, you need a demographic or a niche. So for example, if you're going down the wedding route like I did, are you going to target small barn weddings that generally are cheaper, so you might need to work more because you get paid less? Or are you going to go for higher end clients, so big manor houses, etc.? Now, a common misconception that I see when people start up their business is they think that they need to go in at the lower end of the spectrum. They think they need to charge a small amount. That is entirely not true. You can go in charging a lot of money because you can target high-end clients right from the gates. Now, you do need a portfolio that aligns with those clients, first of all, so it might be useful to do some free work at the start. There is nothing wrong with doing free work if it builds a portfolio with clients that you want to align with, and then you can start charging a higher end amount. When you've narrowed down your industry and your niche, you then need to narrow down your voice, your tone. Instead of saying, I take photos, think in terms of outcomes. For example, I help cafes fill seats with better visuals. That's a great one. Also, for example, I help couples relive their day for weddings. I help brands look premium online. This way, instead of just telling people what you do, it sells the outcome as well. When you know the outcome, your offers, messaging, and pricing all gets easier. As a quick practice exercise, I want you to open the Notes app on your phone or grab a pen and paper and write down the following. I shoot, and then fill in the type of work, for type of client, so that they can, then the result. You can use this across your Instagram bio, your copy on your website, etc. This will just be the tagline for your business. Now, most creatives skip this next part, and it is setting up your business properly. Doing this early makes you look professional and saves you a headache later on when money starts coming in. First, choose a structure for your business. So for example, me in the UK, I currently operate as a sole trader, but there are several different ways that you can set up a business. So do some research into that first of all and decide which route you want to go down. Open a separate bank account for your business money so that you are not mixing with your personal spending money, and that one is a really important point. I had my personal account as my business account for the first 2 years of my wedding photography business, and I spent way too much of it. The better way to do it is to have a business bank account. Keep that money separate, treat it almost like it doesn't exist or it's money just to go towards your business, and pay yourself a salary every month from that bank account. You then need to look at basic business insurance, so that's public liability, professional indemnity, and gear cover if your equipment is valuable, which it probably is in this line of work. You also need a simple contract that also includes a model release clause if you are shooting people. Now, I do have a contract template on my website for wedding photography businesses, so I will leave that link in the description. There is no need to overcomplicate your contract at the start. Just make sure you cover the payment terms, usage rights, cancellations, and delivery timeline. Once you've got all that sorted, next is building your offer and your portfolio. Instead of having loads of different packages, keep it simple. Up to 3 clear offers is all you need at the start. For example, if you're targeting local businesses, you could offer a half-day shoot, a full-day shoot, or a monthly retainer package for them. To work out how much to charge, look at how much people charge in your area, think about how much experience you have and how much it costs to run your specific business. Work out from there how much you want to charge. You can also start charging a little bit lower than you want to when you start up, just so you can start building a portfolio and a name for yourself, but don't charge so little that you can't sustain yourself. If you are brand new to the industry that you're choosing to shoot, then you can create around 2 to 3 portfolio projects. You could work with a friend, reach out and do discounted sessions, or create a job that looks like a job but it isn't a real one. In weddings, we call that a styled shoot, so what is effectively a made-up wedding. It's a fake wedding that is made to look really good. Build a portfolio for everyone content there. We don't market it as a real wedding, but it just shows what people we can do. Another thing that people often overlook is showing a random set of photos on your portfolio that make no coherent sense together. They're just a set of photos that you've taken over time. Do try and show projects together. This way you are showing what a client can expect from start to finish on their project, and it's showing a story, not just a random set of images. Another misconception that I find people have is the need to have a fully fleshed out website to begin with. You do not need a fully fleshed out website. Just one page will do, or even just a social media page. Generally, I think of Instagram as a shop window and then your website as someone going into your shop. So I would recommend having one page at least on your website. All it needs to do is show who you are, what you offer, your best work and testimonials if you have them, and then a clear way to contact you. Now in 2026, short form and vertical content is still absolutely massive. It has the potential to go viral as well, which can kickstart your business. But it doesn't mean you have to be on every platform. You don't need to be spinning all your plates at once. Just choose, I'd say, one or two at max. Just research your target market. So for example, if you're going to be targeting high-end wedding clients, just go onto something like ChatGPT and search, what social media channels do insert niche here use? If I typed into ChatGPT where high-end wedding clients hang out, it's probably going to be Instagram and Pinterest. When you're posting content, make sure it shows three things: the work, the process, and the person. So each post should have one of those things in mind. It should show either your work, so your portfolio, the process in which you make it, so the BTS, or yourself as a person. That's less important when you're focusing on businesses and more for personal things like weddings, but it's still beneficial for people who are going to be working with you to see what you're like. Now, to actually start getting clients, a big mistake that people trip up on when they start their business is you've made an Instagram, you've made a website, you leave it there, you do some posts, and they expect people to come through the door straight away. Instagram and your website won't magically start sending people your way, so you either need to reach out to people and show them your work, or run paid ads. The best way to do this is to make a short list of people who could benefit from good visuals. For example, local cafes, gyms, salons, creative businesses, wedding planners, venues, or creators who need content. Each week, aim for a specific number of touch points. So for example, 10 personalized emails or DMs where you show you understand the business and suggest a simple visual idea. For your first handful of clients, you could offer something like a founding client rate in exchange for feedback and permission to show their work across all your social media channels and website. Be focused on delivering a really good experience and then ask for a testimonial and a couple of lines about the results. Going forward, social proof will be absolute gold dust to you. Figuring out your process early on as well can be really valuable. It makes you look a lot more professional. So for example, even if you're a solo shooter, your process could look something a little bit like this. It could go from inquiry to call, then to a proposal or quote, to the signing the contract and paying the invoice, then the shoot, edit, delivery, and testimonial, and that is the full workflow. When you're able to work clients through that workflow easily, it makes both parties feel more relaxed. Have a good backup system in place as well, so you never lose the work. I do have a backup system video on my YouTube, so I'll leave that right above. And once the project is ready to go, you'll want to have a platform where clients can leave feedback if they want to, and if they want a round of reviews, you can do that for them after they've left the feedback. So for example, for photography work, it can be an online gallery, or for video, there are several websites where you can upload videos and people can leave comments at certain times throughout the videos to make edits really simple. From day one, you need to be tracking your income, expenses, and how long projects actually take you. From there, you can figure out what's taking too long, what's too expensive, and exactly what is working for you, so the projects that you can expand on in the future. As money comes in, resist the urge to start buying new gear. You want to upgrade things slowly and prioritize things that save time or bring in more business. As well as gear, marketing and education are two things that you can invest in that are worthwhile at the start. So to recap, pick your lane, set up that business properly, build 2 to 3 strong portfolio projects, get online and show your work, and then consistently reach out to people who need what you do. If you do these things for a few months, I can guarantee you will be miles ahead of people who are just posting and hoping for work to roll in. If you enjoyed the video, just leave a comment down below of what type of videography or photography business you're thinking of starting and what stage you're at right now. And if you would also be so kind to leave a like and subscribe, that also really helps out the channel. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.